Bobby Souser. Like many aspiring high school rock musicians, you tried to unsuccessfully sell your music to your favorite groups. But soon you would succeed in actually composing for many of those artists. But it is especially fitting that in 1998, when Ben King, lead singer for Dion and the Drifters, finally recorded the entire collection of your songs, the album was one for children. I have songs in my pocket. Indeed, in a hugely successful career that has spanned nearly the entire history of rock and roll, you've made your most significant mark, writing high-quality, inspirational music for children. You achieved fame by co-producing with your childhood friend, Paul Simon, 4 hit singles for the group Tico and the Triumphs. The song Motorcycle was your first Billboard 100 hit. You went on to become a songwriter in New York's famous Brill Building, where in 1963 you wrote, produced, and sold the master recording of Kiss Me Now, a Phil Spector-style song popularized by Florence DeVore, and was recorded in 1976 by Diana Ross. You wrote and produced tunes for major recording artists of the day, and also wrote the anti-drug novelty song, Once You Understand, which sold 1.4 million records in the US and reached the top 5 in England and Germany, and has since been sampled by hip-hop artists such as Biz Markie, Asen, For Hero, De La Soul. As you played and spoke at schools and religious institutions, you were inspired to redirect your efforts towards a new audience. Drawing on jazz, show music, reggae, and folk rock, you have since recorded 25 albums aimed at the younger set, including Bikewell Bear and St. Jude, an anthem for the world-renowned St. Jude Children's Hospital. Embracing a new role that combined the skills of educator, composer, and performer, you enrolled at Teachers College and ultimately received a master's degree in communication and education. Bobby Souser, they say rock and roll is for the young at heart. In light of your work, we hereby amend that to include the very young at heart as well. For your exceptional achievements as a children's songwriter for nearly 5 decades, Teachers College is proud to present you with the 2013 Distinguished Alumni Award.
First, happy birthday, Dr. Furman. Yeah, and I want to thank Herman Rosen and Paula Rosen for inviting me into their home last night. I really appreciate that. There was just a little event last night. I didn't want anybody to think I stayed overnight, you know. This is a pretty big day. The memories I have of this school are just fantastic, and it made me start thinking of my teachers. Wonderful, wonderful, giving and generous people. First comes to my mind is Lucy Calkins and Bob Schussler. Of course, this man who introduced me, Robbie Clintock, he was kind of a superhero to me. I think he still is. And of course, the ones who are no longer with us, but they're never forgotten. Lawrence Kremen, Lou Forsdale, Harry Passo, and Marshall McLuhan. Pretty impressive group. I'd like to thank 2 women who have never ever let me fall off the edge. My mother and my wife. And I would like to thank my children and my grandchildren. They're not all here, but I would like to thank all of them. For those of you who know anything about me, you know that I often talk about the importance of home In my songs, I write about them, I sing about them. I think I've conveyed that message to young children in most of, well, a lot of my songs. And the reason I bring this up is because I feel, after all these years, I feel pretty much at home here, and I always did. I remember years ago, I would be recording in a recording studio all day, maybe about 5 miles south of here in Manhattan. Or if I weren't doing that, I would be running up and down the Brill Building or 1650 Broadway. I was going to say, hoping that the publishers would accept my songs, but I think I was begging at the time. Then there were other days I would venture over to the east side of Manhattan, and I would expect, or I would hope for the same, because on the east side there were many, I think there still are, there were many publishers who published songs for the Broadway theater. But no matter what I did during the course of the day, no matter what, I was always happy at the end of the day, because I knew that I was heading up to this building. This place was very special for me, still is. It's the place that I discovered that while I write songs for country people and rock and roll people and pop people, rhythm and blues, and even novelty songs that I've recorded myself, children's songs was really my purpose. And I learned that from a few teachers here, and I began to see it. Those songs were coming from a deeper place. They were entertaining, but they were also teaching. They were teaching something. And it just made a lot of sense to me. So I'm very, very happy to be here with these fellow honorees, which are highly accomplished people. I want to thank you, and I also want to say I'm very happy to be here getting this kind of recognition from a school that I have the utmost regard for. Thank you. You've really touched me.